Hello and welcome to this video, and apologies for missing an upload last week. Various things, as you know, we were ill, so that made life difficult to film and stuff. Oh, itchy ear. And then the past week, at the beginning of it, I was still feeling a little bit dodgy. The weekend before, we had my parents here, so I was doing stuff with them, and then the weekend just gone, we've been in London, which I was going to film, and then with everything I didn't see how I was going to have a camera. So that's why. My hair I haven't actually sorted out yet, that's why it's a mess, because we've got a lot of unpacking to do from the weekend, which is what I'm going to attempt to start on now, because we've also got all of this here as well. While she's having a nap, although I've just got her back to sleep once. She's been a bit fidgety, so I don't think we're going to have much longer, but she has also slept for nearly over an hour, so that's good. Yeah, so apologies for not filming anything. I've started a video of the baby favourites, but I haven't finished that one yet. And I did start vlogging the other day. Yeah, she's already awake. I did start vlogging the other day and didn't get very far, so what I'll do is I'll add those clips in now while I go and get this baby, because she's awake and there's no point me trying to get her to sleep again. So enjoy those clips. It's an exciting time. Eloise and I are on our first bus journey. So we're going a little bit further afield to meet the NCT moms, which means I have to get the bus, which means Eloise has to get the bus. It's quite warm today, so it's very hard to know what to take, what to pack and what to do. But this is currently Eloise's look. She's just chilling in the pram in her dungarees and her sun hat. Hopefully she'll go to sleep. We'll see. So that didn't go at all to plan, because the bus never turned up. We waited for over half an hour, and yeah, it didn't happen. She was asleep, so we came here so that we could sit on a bench and it's shaded, because it's going to be awkward to take her out and do this at home. But she's still woken up, so I'm going to see if I can get her back to sleep. If I can, we'll sit here for a bit. If not, we're going home. But yeah, that didn't work at all, that plan. No idea what that bus was. At least with London you can have a look. It might not be quite as accurate, and it may be frustrating when it keeps saying Jew, 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 but at least you have a bit of an idea. Unlike here, where you just stand there like a lemon until the bus doesn't turn up. She's awake. You're awake, Eloise. Yes, so I'm going to try and make a start on this and see how far I can get until she is not very happy about sitting there. Let's put you in a cupboard somewhere. There we go. So yeah, that trip didn't go to plan. We did a bit of baby sensory. When my parents were here, we went to see Come From Away, which is a musical based around... Yeah, we did. Based around 9/11 and the planes being diverted to Gander in Newfoundland, and how they housed everyone and stuff. It's really good. It's like a one-act play, so it's just like a continuum. It's a musical, but it's just a continuum of story. Like, there's no set piece where you then stop and clap them and stuff, which is unusual. We don't do that all the time in a musical. But yeah, and I really enjoyed actually going to the theatre. Sorry, Jeff. going to the theatre and yeah, doing something that I like to do and all of that. We then went for dinner and she slept through the whole thing. Ooh, sorry Jeff, which was great. And then this weekend just gone, we were in London, so that meant drive to my parents on the Friday night to drop Jeff off so that they could look after him. So we had dinner with them and then chat with them, which is always nice. And then Saturday, me, Pete and Eloise drove to Barnet, which is where we used to live. Oh, we've taken some of the paint off this. Which is where we used to live. We went to the Green Dragon pub. I can say these names now because it doesn't matter because we don't live there anymore, which is a place that we used to go to not often, but sometimes. We like the squid there, although Pete was saying that it wasn't as good this time round as it has been in the past. But that might be because we were dealing with the baby who wasn't overly impressed. Yeah, you weren't overly impressed by the whole thing, were you? Want some keys? Want to play with some keys? Yeah. In fact, we also had an older couple move because they didn't want to sit near a baby, which I thought when I had a child that would make me feel like mortified and I'd be really embarrassed by it, but actually I didn't care. It was their choice. Where they moved to was no quieter because there was a bunch of children and a party of 20. So that's what they wanted, that's what they wanted. As soon as they left, she stopped crying, so maybe it was their fault anyway. It wasn't, it was just that we were just working through a few things, weren't we? And from there we went to London Bridge area, Southwark, Bermondsey, kind of that bit. I don't know it very well, surprisingly. It's not an area of London I've spent a lot of time in. And we went to an elopement party, so our friends got married last year, earlier this year. I can't remember, it might have been earlier this year. Am I getting a spot on my chin? So they got married then, and this was their like party bit, so we went to that. Eloise looked delightful in her party dress, picture here, and she did really well. She slept when we got there, woke up so that she could, you know, people could say hello to her, and then got her to sleep. Kids had to go by 10. So I probably went at like 9:45. She was the last baby standing, but she was asleep in a sling on me. So, and then we went back to the hotel room. Pete stayed out longer. And then on the Sunday we headed over to Pete's grandma's. So Eloise's great grandma's, who hasn't met her yet or hadn't met her yet, along with other members of the family. We had lunch there. Then we came back, which is why it's a mess because we didn't get in till about 9:30, 10 o'clock last night. And we had a really wiggly baby who wouldn't go to sleep, and I was knackered, Pete was knackered, so we just dumped everything, got her to sleep and went to bed. So that is you all caught up on life pretty much. I don't think anything else has been happening. It's been Prime Day, so we bought stuff, so I'll show you that because we just haven't opened the boxes yet. And yeah, I'll just bring you along for stuff. We'll see where we get to. This is already a 6-minute clip, so you've got a video, even if it is just me spouting words at you. Right, I've now, whilst talking to you, just sort of emptied a bag and made more of a mess, so I actually need to focus on cleaning this a bit and talking to you whilst doing it and looking after you whilst doing it, sorting you whilst doing it. It's not going to be the easiest, so I'm going to put you down for a moment, try and make a bit of headway, and then I'll come back. Ooh, that's all in the dark. I'm going to tidy this up a bit without you, try and make a bit of headway, and then I'll come back to you later. I've made some progress. Granted, I have just moved some bags to a different room to deal with later, but they're now in the room that they need to be in because they're closed for Eloise, but there we go. And one of the things that we got on Prime that I've been influenced by the internet for is this. This is a bag to put our pram in when we go away, so that hopefully it will help prevent it getting too dirty and battered, but mainly for dirt, because obviously it's going to go in the hold and then she's going to have to sit in it. It's going to be a bit manky possibly, so we got this. We'll see how it goes. We'll see what it is. Well, first we need to see if ours actually fits in it. It says for a standard and double stroller. I don't know whether it will work, but we're going to try it out, and I'll let you know once we've been on this holiday whether it was worth it or not. But yeah, that's the first thing that we got on Amazon Prime Day. I think I'm going to try and feed this child a bit, maybe. I don't know how long it's been. And then maybe feed myself. And then we'll see where we get to after that. I feel like I've made a bit of progress here, even though I haven't really done a lot. I'm not turning you around because there is an awful lot of bowls I need to wash, but we'll do that at another point. I've got 2 that I can use for the time being, so we're okay. So yeah, progress. Right, since I last were with you, I've done a fair amount actually. All the bottles are now washed. Well, that's sorted. We went for a long walk with Jeff. I've actually eaten something, so that's nice. Started going through some of the clothes that we've been given. So our family gave us a load of clothes that our nephew grew out of, which is Eloise's next size. I've been going through seeing what there is there, how that fits our gaps and things. And then I'm going to start tackling the suitcase. The reason why I keep looking at her is because she's asleep and I've got the monitor on and she was moving about, and I don't know whether she's still asleep or not. Hopefully. She's not making any noise, so I'm going to go with that. So I'm going to sit on the floor in the hallway here and do the suitcase, which is right there. And then maybe I'll be able to find my hairbrush. But it is now like 4:45, so I probably won't be doing that today. But it'll be helpful for tomorrow. Right, I think I need to go and sort this child out again. Why is it every time you go, right, I'm going to go and do a job, that's when they don't sleep? Whereas she had like almost a 2-hour nap. And she was on in the sling, but I hadn't thought of any jobs to do. But now I've got jobs to do, she's not staying asleep. Why is that always the way? Right, instead of me not paying attention to you and not paying attention to her and doing both things badly, I'm going to stop and actually focus on something. She is back to sleep, so we are in the hallway going to unpack the suitcase. But yeah, Mr. Jeff's come to join me. It's now that I can get her to sleep in her cot a bit more, it means that we can have a few more cuddles, doesn't it? Much to his disappointment, probably. You going to stay on my lap, or are you going to move? You going to stay there? Cool. Ooh. Right, so we're tackling this. This is mine, Pete's and Eloise's stuff from 1 or 2 nights away. We try not to overpack, but surprisingly the amount of stuff you need for a baby. Plus we were going to this party and I took like 2 options because I didn't know how I was feeling myself with what I wanted to wear. Things like we went to Uniqlo and bought trousers each, so Pete's bought 3 pairs of trousers. I have 2 because running, all of my jeans got holes and I was down to 2 pairs and it wasn't enough, so I bought 2 new pairs on black on blue. So yeah, I'm gonna try and make some headway with this, at least put the dirty clothes in a pile and the clean clothes in a pile. I think that's gonna be the first job. But yeah, mum life is a juggle, as you probably all know because you've all been doing it longer than me. That's Eloise, that's us. Sometimes it's easier, sometimes I just don't do anything. But my brain, I have to, can't sit with this stuff just around. People would just walk around it for like weeks. But me, I have to get it sorted out. It might be that I just move it from one thing to another thing, but nappies. But at least then I feel like I'm getting somewhere with it. These are Eloise's dirty clothes. Jeff, leave those. Except those, because they're mine. So yeah, tell me in the comments what you've been up to. Anything fun? Normally it's just my brother that comments. Adam, have you been up to anything fun? Jeff. Jeffy. Jeff, where you go? So yeah, that's where I'm going to be for the time being. And knowing my luck, I will get to a load of mess and then she'll wake up and I'll be like, poo. And I'll have to go and sort my child out again. And then it just makes it worse. But I am getting better at like leaving tasks and getting on with it and then coming back to them. But this kind of stuff does just make a mess. So yeah, right. I'm gonna ramble at you if I don't turn off the camera, so in a bit. So the other reason why I keep not filming is because my battery keeps dying and then I haven't charged it, and then when I go to film in the short periods I have while she's asleep, there's no battery, so and all of that stuff, which is what just happened. But this is why we're sat in the lounge, because we're currently on charge, because I have to film now to get this video ready for Sunday. It's another day. It's taken about 2 days to get that suitcase unpacked. Yesterday we went on an inadvertently longer walk than I anticipated to post a parcel to Vinted. Just a little plug, my Vinted is always linked below if you're interested in anything I'm selling. I think books, clothes and baby stuff, mainly. But I thought I would bring the Amazon boxes. I know that's upside down. And look what we've got. The rest of the Prime things. While she's asleep. So, in this box, Jeff, move your face. What have we got here? We have a splash mat for under our high chair, because she will make a mess. Jeff. Because she will make a mess, but why not make it pretty with the jungle themes on it? Tigers. So that's that one. Again, all of these were Prime Day deals, so we got a discount on all of it. But also why we waited for Prime Day to buy all the stuff, because we knew there was a lot of stuff that we wanted. Oh, these have been suction packed. These are 2 chickens that are supposed to be good teething toys, because a certain dog down here chewed up her lion, which is a matchstick monkey lion, so she needed some more teething toys. What else we got? We've got these bibs. Yes, we have 3 pelican bibs. Because we need some bibs. You're very interested in all of this, aren't you, Jojo? Piss off. Move your face, you're making it difficult. It's like 3 bowls and spoons. I don't remember ordering one with spoons because we already have spoons, but more spoons and some bowls. They look like the same colours as the bibs. I can't remember if we did that deliberately or not. And because everyone keeps telling me that essentially my life is now going to be about cutting grapes and things small, we bought a handy little tool to do it. Because who could be bothered to sit and actually cut grapes? So this is a grape cutter. Also for tomatoes, olives, etc, etc. I'm going to put these somewhere so that Jeffy can't eat them, and then I'm going to go and get the other boxes so that we can carry on. Right, I've got the boxes, hence why there is now a playpen behind me, because it feels way better to have that box in here than in the middle of the hall. That's a massive typo on it. Made in China to the UK to be used under the direct supervision. Supervision. Well, they're now done. Yeah, we didn't actually get that playpen from Amazon because the ones that are on Prime weren't ones that we wanted, because they were all the sort of fabricy ones, and I wasn't convinced with Jeff and his claws that would last very long. So we gone for a more plasticky one. We actually got that from B&Q in the end. We've got it now so that, I mean, she's not on the move yet. That was more parcels. That was some blinds. But I don't think all that barking woke her up. Go on, Eloise. Staying asleep through all of that. Get in there, girl. Yeah, so what was I saying? The reason why we got the playpen now is she's not on the move yet. I mean, she's rolling a bit more, but she's not crawling, but she will be quicker than we think. Well, not think, but it will just appear, and then all of a sudden we're going to need this playpen. It'll also help when being downstairs, because she can go in her activity table, which you've seen clips of her in. Oh no, my bloody monitor's running out of battery. Yes, so 1 second. Oh, it's all going. Where was that? Yeah, so she can go in her activity table, which is just down the end of the room, which you've seen in clips before. In fact, she was making some really weird noises in it the other day, so I'll add that in now because I've mentioned it. So yeah, so she can go in that, or she can sort of lay on the sofa. I have been occasionally putting a mat on the floor and with her, but with Jeff it can be a little bit awkward. So having that now, especially as we've got people coming and things like that for the naming ceremony and the such like, I just think it'll be helpful. It'll also help us get used to having that in our lounge. But yeah, the other stuff from Amazon, we got a waterproof cot bed mattress protector thingy, because it's not long until she's heading into her own room. Realised we didn't have one on that bed, and although I don't think, well, at the moment she doesn't like wear through or anything, you never know what might happen, and obviously she's going to be in that bed for a while. So as she's starting to potty train later down the line and stuff, I think we might need it. Or if she's ill, ends up throwing up all over a bed or something like that, we're just going to need something to protect the mattress, aren't we? We got some pots just to store her food in and things like that. Just thought would be helpful. We bought a cookbook, What Mummy Makes. This was on a really good deal actually, and basically just to give us a few more ideas of what we can give her as well as what we can give ourselves, and ways that we can get different food into her that we maybe wouldn't have thought of. And I've heard a few people recommend this, so I said to Pete I wouldn't mind getting it if it was cheap. It was cheap, so we got it. Although we often buy cookbooks and then never look at them, so we'll see about whether we work out with this one or not, but it should be good. There's some, just flicking through, there seems to be lots of different things that both we would eat. I mean, there's fajitas in here and we are a fajita family, so it might make us venture a bit as well, because that's what I'm finding with reading all the weaning stuff. I think I'm going to be weaned because I'm quite a fussy eater. There's a lot of things that I would say I don't eat, which I know I now need to try and eat, so that my child eats everything. And yeah, I think I'm going to be weaned as well as her, so that could be fun. I'm going to have to try lots of new foods. Bibs with sleeves, again helpful. Again, I think these are jungle themed. We're obviously on a jungle theme. These are the Tommy Tippy cups, you know, with the handles and the little spout. Because I went to a weaning seminar and they said to get these kind of first cups with free flow and all of that kind of stuff. Again, on a deal. In everything it says to make purees or to steam. We didn't have either thing, so we got a steamer. This is a salter steamer. Maybe we'll start having our veggies in it and actually getting some good stuff from it. And then a NutriBullet, which Pete's now excited to have smoothies. We'll see how it goes, but we got those so that we can actually prepare some food for her that she'll be able to eat. So yeah, that is everything. Thank you for coming along with my, you know, unpacking and sorting out all of this Prime Day stuff. I should be filming again this weekend. Well, over the next few days after that, my family, my mum and my brother are coming to stay, and I've got some ideas. I think we're going to take Eloise to the farm, that kind of stuff, so I'd like to vlog and film some of that. As I mentioned, I have got majority of our baby favourites video filmed, so that should be coming your way, and I'm just hoping that I get a bit more into the swing of it again. I keep going in fits and starts of being really good at filming and having things ready, and then it being a last minute stress and rush to get a video for you. So I'm hoping to actually be a bit more prepared with stuff in the future, but who knows. I mean, I've just got to go with it. I've got to be kind to myself and accepting I am looking after a baby. I've never done that before. So yeah, hope you've enjoyed this sort of semi-vlog, just sorting out the mess of my house basically, and seeing what we got. Mainly weaning things, because that is the next stage that we're moving into, along with moving her into her own room. So yeah, just a chatty one today. I know I've rambled on at you a lot about different things, or just the same thing over and over again, but that's largely where my brain is at the moment. But if you have enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, please go ahead and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!